Hey everyone, good morning to you. Good Friday morning to you. Hope you're doing good today so far. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. I try my best to always be positive and uplifting and encouraging. And so on these Coffee with the Pastors that I do, or try to do every single day, Monday through Friday, that is, I try to be encouraging to you, but often that is directed toward me because I'm trying to encourage myself. Matter of fact, David, at one point, the people, his men, his trusted men took up stones and they were going to slay him, and they had blamed him for what was going on. And so the Bible says that David had to kind of get by himself and encourage himself. There was no choir, there was no preacher, there was no other brothers and sisters huddled around him and laying hands on him and praying for him. He had to actually encourage himself. Even David got discouraged. Jesus, when he went to the Garden of Gethsemane, right before he went to Calvary, he prayed, and it was like great drops of blood come out from him, sweat, just like great drops of blood. Obviously, that was extremely stressful. And this is Jesus we're talking about. You would have thought, hey, this was the mission. This was his passion. This was his purpose. And so he would have been like, hey, no problem. Where's the cross? But no. He prayed and he agonized. All other Bible characters, it's very common to hear the old prophets and different ones. They got discouraged. One of them even said, Lord, just go ahead and kill me. So we as Christians, sometimes we give off this false impression that we're just too blessed to be stressed and everything's just lovely. We got Jesus now and everything is just A-okay. And you know what? We do have Jesus and everything is going to be okay. But there's sometimes whenever we're not okay. And so because we're not okay, because we're discouraged or we're stressed out or we're full of anxiety, we give off the impression sometimes if that's you, then you don't have very much of Jesus and your faith is weak and you're like a loser Christian. Well, listen, that's just not the way it is. That's just not the way it is. We all get discouraged. Not everybody will admit that, but we all get discouraged. And you know what? Whether you're living for Jesus or not, you're going to get discouraged. That's just the way it is. We live in a fallen world. We are human. There's going to be times your kids get sick. There's going to be times your loved one may get COVID. But that don't mean you have any less faith or that God isn't watching out for you or that you're not loved by Jesus. But what happens so often is when we get discouraged or even when we get tempted or thoughts enter our mind that we have no idea where they come from, we automatically point a finger at ourselves and say, hey, you know what? We don't have enough Jesus and we don't have enough faith. And you know what? We're too carnal. And you know what? Sometimes we are too carnal. Sometimes we do need more of God. Sometimes we do need to draw closer to him. Absolutely. Absolutely. But do you realize in these last days that we're living in right now, the enemy of our soul loves to discourage us and to get our focus off what really matters. And actually, sometimes he wants us to focus, the enemy of our soul wants us to focus on us and our mistakes and our imperfections and how we're feeling today. We can't judge how we're feeling or even what we're going through by the love that Jesus has for us. How are you doing? Oh, I'm just blessed. Well, we don't always feel that way. Matter of fact, the majority of times we may not feel that way. But that don't mean that Jesus don't love us. If you'll just hang on and live for the Lord, you'll find you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days, just like everybody else. But the difference is that Jesus is right there by your side and he is inside of you. So quit beating yourself up just because you don't feel too blessed to be stressed today. Just because you don't feel on cloud nine today, don't beat yourself up. Just put your hand in the hand of Jesus and keep on walking. Just keep on walking. Hey, tomorrow you're going to feel differently. Next week, you'll probably feel differently than you do right now if you're discouraged. God bless you. Thank you for watching Coffee with the Pastor.